Yeah, Hong Kong is a very important hub in Asia for both crypto as well as for the general financial industry. We have been having our team here for a while. We have a sizable team. We also are very committed to continue to contribute to the crypto ecosystem here, building the community in the way where we can. As a result of that, we want to be part of the industry and continue to be seen as such. And that's why we are part of the consensus. We have a lot of events. We invite different partners and have communication with them by taking advantage of this event. So it's been good. It's been good. It's very dynamic. It shows that Asia vibe. And we look forward, yeah, to continue to be part of this opportunity. My hope is that we can be seen as a very reliable local platform with local team that bring both the global liquidity, global resources, and a product sophistication to the local community. So that's really my hope. But as you mentioned, it takes a long time, even between launching in Netherlands, Benelux, to now being able to go live in all 28 EA countries. That's 1 year of work and many years of work before that. Okay, so we have a lot more work before us, and we're excited because I think we have a very strong local team lined up for Benelux, for different parts of EA country. We have a lot of product localization that is right now in pipeline, and we cannot wait to bring those to the customers in that region. Absolutely, absolutely. We now have the biggest team presence in Netherlands, even among the whole EA region, and we'll continue to invest in that. I think we have seen over the last year with our local product efforts and local service, we've seen good traction in the local community. But compared to where we want to get to, compared to what we see other local competitors are able to do, we think that there's still a long way for us to go. We will really continue to double down on customer experience, on product innovations. We do have quite a few products we're lining up. Hopefully, we'll roll out and can meet our Dutch customers' need, who are looking for yield, who are looking for convenience, who are looking for trusted alternatives. And we have more to come actually for Europe. Hopefully, we'll be able to share with you in the coming months or so. We do have high hopes for EEA. I think Netherlands, Belgium as the Benelux region is really key for us. We have plans for Eastern Europe. We have plans for key markets like Germany and France and Italy and Spain as well. And we're relying a lot more on local teams driving the product roadmap with our global resources. And what I can tell you is that internally we are really prioritizing a lot of those product build for the European customers. We will focus on EEA markets first before we think about anything else beyond that. I think the current market scope is actually enough for us. I think it's more than 5 years of work for us. If we can make good attraction in some of the top markets that we're looking at, even within EEA, I think I'll be very happy in the next 3 years. I do think so. I do think so. I actually, well, twofold. One is I personally, I'm on the sideline in believing in a very near-term establishment of a Bitcoin strategic reserve in U.S. I think it may happen, but in my parameter, I think it's a low likelihood event. Because it's U.S. dollar versus Bitcoin versus a stable coin. I think there is a lot of different paths forward for for Europe, for U.S. Regulatory and policymakers when it comes to that decision. It's a big hill to climb. The other part of my thought process is that I would actually prefer not to see a Bitcoin strategic reserve in U.S. In the short term. I would rather see, Bitcoin capital gain for tax reason being removed officially in more markets, so that there is a lot more incentive for individual people to buy and hold Bitcoin for a longer period of time, and promote that grassroots community adoption. And I think it will also give us a lot more time to really build the right product and infrastructure. We're still very early stage, I think. Even when it comes to the wallet infrastructure, when it comes to adoption of Bitcoin and even stablecoin, I think there's still a long way for us to go. So I would rather us not being carried away or overwhelmed by Bitcoin strategic reserve, big headline wins maybe for near-term price, but I don't think it's going to give us a long-term benefit. We internally have been a very active adopter of AI technology in our own tech stack for both CeFi, for both centralized exchange as well as Web3. We have internal use cases for AI technology where we actually deeply invest in those to make sure that we do things smarter, we help our customers in a smarter way. Secondly, we also closely follow the ecosystem when it comes to those AI agent or related projects, token projects. From a listing perspective, we try to make it available and accessible to the customer as fast as possible on both CeFi as well as DEX. And then we also have the investment arm who continue to monitor that space and deploy capital to support the builders and support the ecosystem. So I do think that that's an area that will be very interesting to evolve, particularly in combination of with DEX evolution. I think it will be very interesting. I think an interesting direction of further discussion is probably around governance. How do we make sure that there is proper governance that are easily verifiable in AI index, right? Because governance is relevant in both CeFi and DeFi. It doesn't mean that once it is on-chain, the governance is perfect. It may even be worse if people don't pay attention to it, or if people don't have the tools to ensure that. So I do think that that's going to be an area that needs continued attention and investment if we want a more sustainable and healthy development for the industry. I think the way we position ourselves, it's twofold. One is to be a good bridge, which means that we have to continue to invest in our centralized exchange infrastructure in a regulated way, not only in a regulated way, but also in a way that accommodates the innovation spirit of our community. That takes time. Earlier today, when I was talking to someone at the conference, I got the comment of, oh, it feels like OKX has been investing way more resources in the Web3 in wallet than in the centralized exchange. And my response is, we are investing very much in DEX, but we are also investing a hell amount of resources in a centralized exchange, except that that investment is probably not directly visible to people outside the organization because of the compliance and legal and team and product and everything. Like, there's a lot of details. So we'll continue to invest in that front. I think that's a really important as the right bridge to embrace and welcome more people into Web3 world in a compliant and safe way, but also forward-looking way. And I think the other piece that we really proud ourselves in is to be an innovation-driven platform, because otherwise, ultimately, when the regulation is mature, the traditional financial industry can come in and really take over, right? They have captured audience, they have capital, they have the regulated framework. They can just do things like, ETF or structured product, wrap everything around. I think our advantage as well as vision is to really build for the future, build everything on chain, more distributed, but with the knowledge of the best practices of the governance from the TradFi space. Uh, it's going to be an ongoing effort, and I think we'll be able to learn more as we continue to build. We'll probably be able to accumulate more know-how in both areas and continue to bring the best of two worlds to our customers. So hopefully in the next 10 years, we'll continue to stay on that course and continue to deliver, because what I believe in is you got to pick the right path, and you got to be able to put in at least 10 years or 20 years of efforts into it if you want to make it work and have a real impact. So that's what we're here for. Yeah.